All right, well, I thought I'd make a video and show how my mobile is set up. So under the hood, I have a combination started and deep cycle gel battery uh, and a 300 amp alternator. The only thing running off of that as far as my equipment is the radio, and there's a Kenwood KLF2 line filter uh, going straight to the battery, and then the radio goes to that. So the only thing on that is my radio. Uh, and then there's a RAM mount uh, mounted to my console. I have extra bracing on the inside of the console tied to the metal floor of the vehicle. That's a Van Oort slide mount. Allows me to take the radio off fairly easily. The audio, the received audio, is plugged into this Bluetooth adapter. I've mounted that on a stalk. It's actually mounted to the RAM mount. My radio, I have use a studio mic. It's period to the radio. It's a realistic, and I use a foot switch. I operate it with my hand. It's palm operated. So the car stereo has DSP, and I have it set up for talk radio. All right, news, talk radio. And the laptop, I have I use an SDR dongle, the version 3, so the one with HF, and the AirSpy SDR studio software, just to monitor my own signal going out. So right now I'm listening to 40 meters. So to listen to it effectively, I don't know if you can hear, probably can, but I had the plus 6 dB preamp on my little Texas Star turned on, and then I really got to crank the RF gain up to get a nice strong signal from, whatever I'm listening to. I mean, after all, I'm set up to resonate at 27 megs, and things are working in multiples.
Oh, yeah. That means it can be run on 10, but it won't do 1,500 watts. That's what that is. In fact, all them legal limit amps, every one of them's 2.
But as you can see, it works, it works well. 40 meters, no problem. And so let's see. I've got other stuff. I've got a bank of switches here that I use to control some things, lights primarily. That larger switch in the down position, that's my alternator connection to what's in my trunk. So I guess not much more to show in here. That's a remote head for a TK830. So just to go over it quickly, my laptop. So I use it for the SDR, right? And then I have a bank of cameras attached to the top of the vehicle. I do security work, so this is essentially a work car. So it shows me what they're seeing. And then I also have a dongle that allows me to cast everything from my phone to that screen. So that's really great for using maps, right? So right now I have the inverter on. I have a small inverter that I basically use for charging batteries. So my laptop is at 100%. Hard to see. Well, 97% plugged in. And it does create some noise, although I've got excellent shielding, excellent bonding. Car's fully bonded. And so let's go to the trunk. There's one ball mount, hard to see. So here in my trunk, there's a laptop. It's the SDR dongle. I just use this antenna here as a sense antenna. There's my DX250. It's a variable, with the dial a watt rather. That's my TK830. There's my inverter. And there's 2 deep cycles, group 65, stick with those. The Pro Sport is a digital charger for those. That big relay allows my alternator to connect to the batteries. And then there's a little distribution block to get the power out into the car at various points. So I have it's already made. It's just wintertime here, and I like working in the cold, but I have a aluminum tray that spans between the wheel wells there to mount 4 batteries in total, and then reposition some other stuff, do away with my laptop, and actually install a desktop and a printer. So this is my camera box. The cameras are out. Wi-Fi, antenna 4, which should have brought my light out, but yeah, let me grab that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that inverter off, and you'll hear so there it is. That's my modem router. I'm going to turn it on. I'm not using it because I don't need a cellular connection right now. And then that's my DVR for my cameras. All of that runs down, comes over at various ways. That cable I gotta kind of rerun, but it comes over to the laptop. So I'm fully connected on the internet everywhere I go. Anyways, that powers up. So that's it. When I need to use the digital charger to get a proper charge on those deep cycles, I plug in right there. I run an extension cord to a wall outlet. Those relays, those are going for some lights. I have a full set of interior lights, cellular antennas, just a bunch of stuff. And that's my setup up top. Those little L things are to hold my antennas when I fold them over. So I can park in the garage. Oh, and I was going to, so let's listen for a second. All right, now I'm going to shut the inverter off. and there's a slightly less amount of noise. So that's the only noise I get. I just need to shield that something somehow better. And actually, I think I was going to replace it. I have another one that's a full sine wave inverter, but I have that actually destined for another of my cars. So I don't know. I don't use it much. I'm not too worried about it. But that's it. So I like listening to 40 meters. Doesn't do too bad.
Which one's that?
Yeah, so what we're hearing is coming out of my car stereo system. And then so if I get right, let's go up to like 185.